This has been one hell of a week. Welcome to Reflections with Mr. Butters, the show where I have reflections with Mr. Butters. Woo! So, we've had a lot of updates. A lot of things we've done. I've had to do new products. We got the Pamplemousse Rose Scrub down, or Pamplemousse Rose Body Wash down. We got a bunch of new info sheets, including for the sensations, which are really pretty. I'm really enjoying these, as well as the ones for like the scrubs and things. You can see those up on the website right now. I What's coming up next? We have a lot of things to do in terms of back end stuff that you probably won't see. So, um, we're heavy in production. We have not. The amount of production we're doing is absolutely absurd. We're spending thousands every week to make sure that we have enough, and so that Bubby and Tabatha can ship your orders out and get you the things that you need. There's, for the past few months, since we moved down here to South Carolina, there's been a bit of up and down in terms of like our ability to like get things out very fast, and that's been bothering me. So I wanted to make sure that everybody's getting the training that they need and whatnot. Um, Bubby, he's mostly good. Um, if you've been with us for a long time, he helped me start the company, and then he took basically a 5 year break. Tabatha is completely new to the company. She's doing really, really well. But like everybody, when you're doing new things, if you're smart, there's just like you get to a limit where you're like, oh wait, I actually need to learn a bit more here, and that's where she's at. So, um, with her, we're having some issues with like order fulfillment accuracy. So if you've got your order and it was owning one item or out of whatever, or it was missing a duplicate, or the size was wrong or something like that, that was her. Um, we did a retraining on Monday to help with that, and then I looked at the results, and then we're gonna do another one on Monday to fix the issues that we saw there, and we're gonna keep drilling down at it until we can get everybody, or until we can get her up to um, the standard that I'd like to see. If you know me, you know that I love to keep everything working properly. I have a lot of plates spinning, so if I see a plate start wobbling, I'm staring directly at it. I'm like, what plate? Not stop it. Uh, so I see this wobbly plate, and I'm like, you gotta stop that. That's unacceptable. Um, but it is working primarily, so I'm not. You can see I'm in a generally good mood. I Because it's already giving me the space that I need to do the other things. Like I told you at the start that we did the sensations things and the product cards, and we got the new products out, and I'm able to do the whole process, which is how this is supposed to work. I'm supposed to have people who handle the day to day, and then I can handle all of these little niceties that make the brand and the company work so much better and look better and feel better, and it makes the website better, because these things are powerful and they make you a lot of money, and they make customers really happy. But if you just don't have the mental space to do them, you don't have the mental space to do them, and that's really, there's nothing that can be done about that. Now, I'm gonna put up on the screen one of the features, and one of the product features. The one I'm looking at here is the uncompleted mojito one. I have to put in the actual mock-up of the mojito scrub. It how this is designed. So at the top, or I'm sorry, on the outside, you have a beautiful, classic, almost Venetian style frame. Um, Inside, there's like a more modern aesthetic inside of that classic frame, supposed to represent the Butter's fusion of classic and modern. I always call myself a modern classic, and I when I'm making a lot of Butter's products, typically what I'm doing is I'm looking back to history to see products that were already made that may have been discontinued or whatever. Um, and I'm also, looking at the modern science and trying to figure out if we figured out how these things work. I'm not necessarily always looking for something new to be created, like something laboratory wise, but it's very the available knowledge is so wide, and your ability to access even academic forums is awesome. I'm almost 40, so I've grown up in the time of Google and Yahoo and all these things, and going from Encyclopedia Britannica all the way to this is insane. And while AI isn't really helping as much with research as people thought it would, or it was advertised to be, there is the ability for it to pull in some things that search cannot. So it's just like an extra layer of search that can connect you to other websites, which is pretty cool. So back to the product page. On this, we have pure intoxication, headline, detail, product image, scrub level down here on the bottom left, name of the product, and then on the right we have the actual sensation number. Not everything has a scent, like the coffee and sea salt scrub does not have a scent whatsoever, and it just says no added scent on the page. But I'm making these cute little icon things so that they're more identifiable and they're easier for people to just see and pick up, because often people aren't reading things, even if they are totally capable of reading them, they just won't because they move quickly. And helping people understand things is just better. Now, one other thing that I added to these pages since I first released them, they've been released about a month now, but then they've gone through a few iterations. Is that at the bottom I also added when they were launched, because I do like Beyonce. I like to have a bit of a self archive. I like to know, or I think the things that we do here are important, and I think everyone should. So when I like to give a bit of sacredness to these creations. I think entertainment, I think hygiene is sacred. It's almost religious. So why not treat it that way? These aren't just products. They aren't just things to sell. They're literal windows into your life, and they're going from me to you. That's a powerful connection. And I think that more people, when making products, should really think about how powerful of connection you're making with people, when they allow you into their houses and into their bathrooms and whatnot. It's more important than people really treat it to be. So coming up, we have Ultra Luxe Body Wash is out this week. Okay, so Ultra Luxe Body Wash. This is something that we've been working on it for probably a year and a half now. Just trying out different formulas and figuring out how I wanted to do it. There's so many options when it comes to making a body wash. Typically, so far, our washes have been Castile based, which is a very, very safe, moisturizing, clean cleanser. But I wanted something that was more modern, a modern version of traditional, more scientifically based. Something with surfactant, something that had a little bit of antimicrobial properties. So I went with a more scientific recipe that became the Ultra Luxe Body Wash. It's got Hollywood style bubbles, right? But it's safe for your intimate areas. It's pH balanced. It does have those powerful surfactants, so you can get really squeaky clean. It handles scents well, both natural and not natural, essential oils and fragrance oils is what I meant. It is an amazing wash. For the past 4 months, I've actually been using it. It's versatile, so it's a body wash, but that also means it's a hand wash. So I've been using it on all my sinks and in my showers. It leaves your skin very soft, very clean. I really, it works exactly how you want it to. And I can't, I'm talking off the dome. There's no script for this. So it's like, I can't think of a better way to say it, but it really, really works well and reliably and comfortably to the point where I don't want to use any other like washes or anything. I love how thick the texture is, but it does mix with water well. So it's honestly the single best body wash I've ever tried in my entire life. And I'm so I'm flipping through a Rolodex of words. Thrilled, overjoyed, excited, happy, proud to bring it to you. As I said, for us products, we really do understand that you're letting us into your life. And releasing a product like this that's had so much time and thought and effort and actual genuine love behind it is just what we do here. I am so happy to release that. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. The first scent, like we do have the deliciously scented versions and the unscented versions, but the first scent is actually the Pamplemousse Rose scent. Pamplemousse Rose, we talked about this on the blog a little bit. That was backed by popular request. It did not have a sensation number at all, which is why it's number 3, and it was released back in 2018, I think. Let me look at the sensations list here. Yeah, 2018. It didn't have one. It's a very expensive fragrance to get, so I wasn't sure I was ever going to get it again, but I was asked and I got it, and it looks great, and it looks great, smells great. It's got a new logo. I should probably have that on the screen there. This is actually the scent that I've been using for the past few weeks. Before that, it was the coconut soaked hippie, which is available in the cocoa butters. Then we moved over to the Pamplemousse Rose, and the Pamplemousse Rose is probably going to take me through the new year, I think. Although I might make a pamplemousse mimosa. That just seems fun. Pamplemousse. Let me know in the comments if you want that. If you want that, let me know in the comments and I will make it. New Year's would go off. But also the Pamplemousse Rose is going to be great all the way through February for Valentine's Day and whatnot, and even through Mother's Day. If you've got a bit of a sassy dad, he'd probably like it as well. Honestly, shoot, with that citrus and rose through the spring and summer, I feel like the only time wearing it is maybe like a body butter might be a little weird is in the winter now where it's released. But as a soap in your bathroom, it is always on fire. It is absolute lava, and I cannot recommend it enough. But yeah, I think that's all we did this week. It's been a lot. Employment, or not employment, people, folks, products. What's going on with me? Yeah. If you care, you can stick around and we can talk about a little bit of me. Uh, what's been going on with me is I've been unmedicated for like a month now. I had been feeling overstressed. I'm going to talk a bit about more about this, like in a dedicated video, but I had narrowed down all the possible factors scientifically to being, I think my medication is messing me up. When I started my medication, it was absolutely needed. I was very depressed. I couldn't get out of it. But, looking back, there were actual reasons for that depression. Now, a decade later, 12 years for the Wellbutrin, it is no longer necessary because I'm not in those situations. Don't get me wrong, the Wellbutrin, which is for ADHD, will be helpful, and I still use it like as needed if I don't sleep very well. But I've been trying to focus more on getting my sleep, more holistic things that you do to take care of ADHD and depression. Sleeping well, eating well, not overworking myself, not, stressing myself, doing all the things that I need to do to actually take care of myself. And, psychology is a science, not an art. So it actually works when you do it. The only art to it is figuring out how you want to do these things for yourself. I'm drawing a lot, I'm writing a lot, I'm creating a lot, I'm spending a lot of time at home. It feels very, very much like, I told my friend Juanita that when I first moved down here, it felt like I was back in college in terms of energy-wise. But now it feels very much like that. Like it feels like I'm going to classes and, I have energy after the class to do hobbies and things, and I get to work and play, and the work and play intersects, and it's a beautiful situation that I'm in right now, and I have a lot of gratitude for that. And truthfully, when I was on my medication, I couldn't feel all of that. I was often locked inside of my head. And that is one of the effects of an SSRI, the Zoloft, the one that was the real culprit. If you're not depressed and you're taking SSRI, it can fuck you up. And if you don't have chronic depression, which I have recurring depression, so that's technically chronic, it happens, multiple times in your life, they would consider you to have chronic depression. But my depression does actually clear up and go away 100% completely. I do have chemical swings sometimes. And being able to identify now that I am in an upswing, or at least a stable swing, and have been for several years, because I had been thinking about this for, it had to at least be the last 3 years. It's been on my mind that maybe I should see how I do without it, but that thought did not seem like a wise thought, because just I should see how I do without it, that means I could fall into depression and freak out. That's not good. But when I actually had an issue where I was like, I cannot calm down, I can't get out of my head, I feel more autistic and more out of control right now than I did then, and that just couldn't work. But now we're doing good, we're doing better, life's moving. I feel good. I hope you're feeling good too. That's about all I wanted to talk about. Thanks so much for watching Reflections from Mr. Butters. Mr. Butters out. Mwah.
Dance to something dangerous, shake to something scandalous, prance to something fabulous, dance to something dangerous. Shout out to Mellow Bugs. I just can't get enough. Madder than Severus. Bitches ain't shaking fast enough. I'm trying to get a bite, shake my titties, run all night. I'm trying to get a bite, pop my kitty in your mouth. Give me my money before I cut your black ass. Better not be a check, cause I only take cash. Lost 3 stacks, gained Dance to something dangerous.